I try to drink Starbucks coffee, but it's difficult for me to order if I don't keep it basic. You see, I made it 10 years in Nashville without paying $4 for a cup of coffee. But imagine my excitement when I was driving through Burlington, North Carolina, and I saw grand opening Starbucks. You see, my brother, who is still single, lives in Charlotte. He says, I couldn't make it in Burlington. You live with your wife, 3 kids, and a dog. He's single, and he'd give you 2 reasons why. No P.F. Chang's. And until recently, no Starbucks. But there it was, grand opening Starbucks. I pulled my minivan into the parking lot. I got out, I took the stairs 2 at a time. I was ready to become a Starbucks coffee drinker. There was a line that extended all the way to the door, so I stepped in line. I was surrounded by professionals, Elon University students, intellectuals. I knew that my uncomfortable feeling would disappear with the first cup of Starbucks coffee, so I get up to the counter and I get ready to place my order. Now, let me just say in all fairness to Starbucks, this story has evolved in my mind. It cannot certainly have happened the way I remember it, but this is the way I remember it happening. Welcome to Starbucks. May I take your order, please? Yeah, I'd like a cup of Starbucks coffee. What kind? Well, regular. He rolled his eyes. He pointed to a menu board above his head, filled with a bunch of Italian words, words like cappuccino, frappuccino, macchiato, late, latte. I get it now. Now, I had seen a lot of these words before, but I really didn't know exactly what they were, how they pertained to my coffee. So I just said, give me a frap. Can't I just get a plain cup of coffee? He rolled his eyes again. He pointed to a lonely urn on the other side of the counter. I call it the loser urn. Anybody else drink out of the loser urn? Yeah. He charged me $2.97 for that little cup of coffee, and I got to be honest, it didn't taste any better than the coffee I buy at the gas station down the street. I went back to my office, I was sipping on that coffee, decided to go back the next day. This time, I read the menu board in advance. I didn't want to be caught unaware again. So I get up to the counter, welcome to Starbucks, may I take your order, please? I said, oh yeah, I want a cappuccino. He said, tall, grande, or venti, skinny or regular, foam or no foam? I said, say what? I mean, I know what tall is. I can figure out grande. We have Taco Bell in Burlington. But venti, that's the one that had me confused. I thought tall was tall, not at Starbucks. At Starbucks, tall is short. I know what skinny is. Got a couple definitions for regular. Had no idea what it had to do with my coffee. Let's talk about foam for a second. I'm a professional speaker. I get around. I've been to Myrtle Beach. I've walked along that beach and I've seen foam. Never thought about eating it. Right back where I was the day before, I said, just give me a plain cup of coffee. $2.97 later, I'm back at my office, sipping on that coffee, thinking this is not the way it was supposed to happen. But I've heard that the definition of an insanity is a man who tries the same thing over and over again, expecting what? Yeah, I wasn't going to be that guy. So I decided to go back to Starbucks the next day. This time I sat down. I listened. I listened to the experienced coffee drinkers order, the intellectuals, the professionals, the soccer moms. I made mental notes of their vocabulary, the syntax, the meter, and juxtaposition of phrasing. I created this order in my head that I felt bordered on poetry. And then I stepped in line. But I quickly discovered I'd been listening to the wrong people. I've been listening to people on diets. I've been listening to health enthusiasts, joggers. We got any joggers in the room? Yeah, don't ever listen to this man right here. He's probably going to lie to you. Joggers, because I got up to the counter. Welcome to Starbucks. May I take your order, please? I said, oh yeah, I want a double skinny. Double decaf latte. No fat, no whip, no foam. He said, you want soy? No soy. He said, is there anything else? I said, I'm just getting started. I want you to put that in a tall cup with a short straw. Make it extra hot. Give me one of those cute little cardboard cup holders so I don't burn my fingers. He said, is that all? I said, not even close. In addition to my double skinny, double decaf latte, no fat, no whip, no foam, no soy, tall cup, short straw, extra hot with cute little cardboard cup holder. I just got to have a biscotti. Gave me a cup of hot skim milk and a cookie, tasted just like a doggy biscuit. Charged me $7.36. My brother was right, I ain't ready for Starbucks. But imagine my excitement when I saw that Burlington, North Carolina was getting a Hooters. I'm not even sure they serve coffee there. Do they, sir? No, I'm just kidding. That young man behind the counter, as I mentioned, that story has evolved somewhat in my mind, but this is what is absolutely true. He viewed his job as serving coffee. He viewed what he did within the confines of that space behind the espresso machine. Rather, when you point the way, you create one-time results. But when you lead the way, that's when you create a lifetime of results.